Hello, everybody. NHL 22 is here. There's really no other way to cap off this particular video. NHL 22 is here, and by popular demand, in today's video, we're going to run down some jerseys, of course, the updated stuff here. I always get asked, hey, Tuki, make a video showcasing the jerseys, make a video showcasing the rosters. That video will be up alongside this one as well. So for today, for right now at least, let's do this. We'll take a look at absolutely everything here in terms of jerseys. Every single league. Why the hell not? It's everything you could possibly want. Of course, for the Anaheim Ducks, it's what you would expect, right? And that's going to be the majority of it in terms of any major new additions, in terms of any throwbacks. I don't know. We'll see. Not holding my breath on anything too crazy appearing here. But certainly in the NHL, I mean, we have quite a few jerseys, even those horrific monstrosities. We do have quite a few jerseys. Yes, you are missing some of the early versions of what the Ducks have had in the past, not currently in this game. For the Arizona Coyotes, though, of course, you will notice the logo. Of course, it has changed over. They were on top of that. The beautiful home and away Kachinas. God, that jersey. It's been too long since we've had that in the NHL title. And I am very, very glad it is back. Of course, the reverse retros that were added in last year still in the game. Those are not going anywhere. There's actually two different versions of the Kachina. Arizona's had some weird jerseys in their history, man. Some of these jerseys are just very, very bland. It makes you almost surprised that they didn't bring back the Kachina that much sooner. That's what you got going on with Arizona. With Boston, let's be honest here. We start from the top. It is going to be exactly what you expect. No crazy updates. Is the Pooh Bear in? Is it? No, it's not. Unless it magically shows up here. That would surprise me. But all, of course, the Winter Classics that they've been a part of, it's all beautiful. But yeah, still no Pooh Bear. If you're holding out for hope for the motorists, the Islanders fishermen, let's get our expectations in check here. I do try to be... Oh, God, Jack Eichel in Buffalo, by the way. The news today is that they're apparently getting closer to a trade. Didn't we hear that in June? Yeah, not holding my breath there. Let me know where you think, though, Jack Eichel might end up. I mean, the Boston rumor won't go away. The Rangers rumor, the Calgary rumor, the more common names, Los Angeles, still out there. But, yeah, when it comes to jerseys, I try to be thankful. Like, we do have a lot of pretty solid jerseys. Certainly a lot of options. You know, there were prior years where there was a real shortage of options. And, yes, it would be great to have the original the original version of Blasty in the game, the Islanders fishermen, and everything else that I mentioned there. But again, trying not to be... I still love that jersey. People hate that jersey, I think. I love that jersey. I own one. It's delightful. Yeah. God, why does this... I don't know why, but it looks kind of like Andrew Ference more than it does Matthew Tkachuk. I don't know why that's the case. It's like a combination of the two. Point being, I try to be thankful for the jerseys that we have. But on the flip side, it would be awesome to see some other jerseys make a return to the franchise at some point. Oh, good old Carolina. Good old Carolina. Hey, look at that. A Dropkick Murphy song is on the soundtrack. Of course, can't listen to the soundtrack. I'd get DMCA'd, and it would be a lovely time. I don't even know what the full soundtrack is. You know, talking about, like, hey, let me know what you think. Where's Jack Eichel going to go? When's the last time? You got different strokes for different folks when it comes to music taste. As someone who is 27, you know, I grew up with the games having a certain style of music to their soundtrack. Still prefer those older soundtracks. It's been a long time, I think, at this stage since I've enjoyed a particular EA NHL soundtrack. There's been one, maybe two songs tops for the past couple of years that I've actually liked. I don't know. Again, different music tastes for everybody, though. I certainly understand that. My goodness, does Chicago have a lot of jerseys. Doesn't help that they've been in 1,000 outdoor games Colorado. Again, the new home jersey with the blue pants. I'm warming up to it. This is a monstrosity. The blue numbers on the back, like it's just a monstrosity, Avs fans. I'm sorry. Again, if you like it, cool, but nothing about that works. The blue gloves, the blue plant, it's just no, it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. God, that Nordiques jersey though. And again, that's why they went with the blue lettering, but it works on that. It works on the reverse retro, not the regular road jersey. I get that some people were tired of the black, but this looks so much better. So much better than what they're using now. God, Colorado had a lot of outdoor games too, did they not? So this is my first time looking through this. Thank you for joining me on this journey. We have a long way to go. I genuinely don't know if they've added in any other jerseys. This could literally just be a look through to see, LOL, same jerseys that we had last year, have fun. Could very well be the case. That tash, though, on Zach Werenski. Of course, their beautiful blue alternate, my favorite Blue Jackets jersey of all time. God, so weird seeing Jake Voracek. Look at, who would have thought that even 2 years ago? Yes, the top 3 players on the Columbus Blue Jackets are going to be Zach Werenski, Jake Voracek, and Patrick Laine. That is just bizarre to this day. Oh, good old Dallas. Pavelski among a large group of 86 rated players. God, that reverse retro is just still, it's trash. Shout out to the STDers. One of the more infamous Winter Classic jerseys of all time. Jersey that everyone hates, but I owned one and it was actually really nice. Oh, Dallas. Still got the Cleveland Barons and the Seals attached to them. They don't have the separate version of the Seals jerseys. No, they got those ones at least. There's the other ones that haven't appeared in an EA NHL game in a long time. There were 3 versions of the Seals jerseys. They found their way into the old 2K games. Haven't been in an EA NHL game in a while. Good old Detroit, Dylan Larkin, their only player with abilities, which, I mean, there's an argument there, but not a great one. God, I still love that Winter Classic jersey. That's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. They put out so many decent to good Winter Classic jerseys for the Red Wings, and then the reverse retro was a tire fire. The Edmonton Oilers, Conor McDavid, of course, the highest rated player in the game, as you would expect. I gotta be honest, there's something about that alternate that's growing on me a little bit too. Like, I acknowledge it's hideous, but the colors work well. But it's hideous. But the colors work well. Oh, Edmonton. So many similar versions of the same jerseys. Of course, the McFarland is there, which is just delightful. Absolutely delightful. And of course, every NHL team has the Hockey Fights cancer in the camo jerseys, I believe for what, Military Appreciation Night. Florida Panthers. Hello? There we go. That was weird. Great game. 4 out of 10. Clearly. God, that reverse retro is still the best jersey in Panthers history, though. It is so good. But yeah, for the most part, of course, with Florida, it's going to be the jerseys you would expect. I mean, they've had a lot of modifications to their jerseys over the years, but for the most part, they are pretty much all the same thing. Drew Dowdy, no longer a top 10 defenseman. Anze Kopitar's face there looks awful. He's so expressive and smiley. It makes him look weird. Like you have the picture of Anze on screen to the right, and then you get that. God, that throwback does look pretty good, though. Gray bucket on that last one didn't look good. Kings have some good jerseys, man. They really do. Especially that one. I did love that one as well. Had an Anze Kopitar Stadium Series jersey that I sold, that exact one. I wish I didn't. That is a fantastic jersey to own. If you have one, you know that. If you can get your hands on one, go ahead. I still will never get over how big the collar is on that shirt. That sweater, it's awful. Oh, God. It's the best. I haven't sat here and looked through a lot of the jerseys in the game for a long time, so this is kind of nice. Minnesota, of course, Kaprizov with a meteoric rise to an 88 overall. Like, it's one of the fastest ascensions to debut in the game to get that high of an overall since the mid-2000s. Like, that was more commonplace for, like, NHL 06, 07, 08. Like, I'm sure someone like Jonathan Chichu had a similar rise, but yeah, that is a rarity nowadays. I don't know if he'll be an 88 from my custom rosters there. He might. It'll be interesting to see kind of what happens there. Which, again, for those that missed the news, custom rosters are a big thing this year because roster sharing will finally be in the game. They're adding it this December. I have a full video talking about that. Friendly reminder, I'm not really all that miffed by the thought of having to wait until December. Gives me plenty of time to get things up and running for you guys. Day one. Oh, the old Nashville reverse retro. It's beautiful. I love that jersey too. I just wish they actually had the Pred logo on it, you know? Give me the Sabretooth. And it would have been a 10 out of 10 jersey. The old blue one as well. Still love this jersey too because there's details in the blue striping that just doesn't show up. But again, that's another one of those jerseys where if you own it, you know you know. Mustard Cat. Sweet, beautiful Mustard Cat. The Devils. Only X Factor is one Douglas Hamilton. Still can't believe what a pickup that was. I'll just keep plugging away with content that I create. The Tukey's Take podcast. You can find a link in the description for the YouTube version, and of course in the descriptions on YouTube, of course, Spotify, Apple, and Google. Just did a podcast, a breakdown of the Metro Division. Leading up to the start of the regular season, we've been breaking down every single division in the NHL, and New Jersey might be a team that surprises some people, or maybe not. I don't know. You're going to have to listen to the show there. Check it out if you haven't already. The Tukey's Take podcast. It's Matt Barzal, the New York Islanders. I'm surprised Varlamov's the only other guy with an ability. It's not how it's going to be for me because, again, you have certain guys, right? And I've done my research to know who I'm going to assign X Factors to and who I'm not because, of course, that is a brand new aspect to the game this year, but I mean, someone like Matt Martin, how does he not have a checking-related X Factor? Like, he is one of the guys in the league that hits everything that moves, you know? So, I mean, those lesser players are certainly going to need to get some shouts with X Factors, so that way, you know, the Islanders are kind of justified in still keeping Matt Martin on the team. Ryan Reeves as a New York Ranger. Someone else who will be getting checking and physical play-related X Factors from yours truly. Yeah, Panarin, Zibanejad, Adam Fox, of course, the top guys here. The Ottawa Senators, Shabbat, and Tkachuk. Still yet to be signed. Brady Tkachuk. Hopefully sooner rather than later for the Sens. A lot of talk as to whether or not it'll be a bridge deal or if you just give them the big money 8-year deal. God, that's still right there. That Heritage jersey. It's still the best jersey the Sens have ever had. It's delightful. Yeah, I think we can kind of come to the conclusion there might not be that many NHL throwback jerseys. But we do know that there are changes to come in the AHL. So, hey, those will be fun to look at to see some of the new AHL teams in the game for the first time after some changes there. Man, Philly has 1,000 jerseys as well. Goodness gracious. Some of them are honestly pretty damn good. And how weird is that to see Ryan Ellis alongside Sean Couturier and Claude Giroux. Claude Giroux incredibly disrespected in this game with that 87. That is disrespectful. Pittsburgh, of course, Crosby, Letang, and Gensel. Don't ask me where Evgeny Malkin is, because I don't know. I don't know what the hell they did with Evgeny Malkin. That's interesting that he doesn't show up by default. By the way, the white collar on... Ugh. Way to ruin a not-so-great jersey anyway, but man. Just brutal. It really is. Oh, Crosby, though. Can't wait to see how effective that backhand's going to be. The backhand boost, it is an ability this year, so should be interesting. San Jose, top 3 players. How many of those guys will be on the Sharks by the end of the year? Loki Couture might be the only one. Oh, the old reverse retro. God, that Sharks team. People have asked me if I'm going to use the Sharks at some point this year, and there's a decent chance we will see San Jose in franchise mode at some point. Don't know if it'll be the first series that I do, but they're going to be an interesting team to use this year because, my goodness. And then, of course, the debut of the Kraken. And they're just fantastic jerseys. I mean, I'm sorry, but these are phenomenal. Absolutely tremendous. St. Louis, of course, Buchnevich showing up. Now, I don't believe they have the upcoming Winter Classic jersey in for them yet either. It wasn't in for Minnesota. Those will be added in, I'd imagine, within the next couple weeks. Might be a little bit longer than that, but it'll be nice because I think both Minnesota and St. Louis have very interesting Winter Classic jerseys this year. It was tough to not buy either one of them, if I'm being honest, but I mean, with the Kraken jerseys having already been out, you know, you got to pick and choose sometimes. Victor Hedman, the main man for Tampa Bay. Of course, a lot of people, I think, were somewhat upset that Tampa has like 5 or 6 X-Factor players, but back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, man. And still an incredibly talented roster. As we get to Toronto, Austin Matthews looks like a sex pest. I'm sorry, that's the old, like, I'm sorry, he does. Look at his face. It's very weird. Not like Austin Matthews' actual face, but the in-game character model makes him look about 20 years older than he actually is. And it's not very flattering. It simply isn't. Much like the vast majority of Maple Leafs jerseys all times that have... God, a lot of these jerseys are just not good. I think most Leaf fans agree with that take at this stage. Yeah, there you go with Toronto. The Couve. The Vancouver Canucks. We'll, of course, have some gorgeous jerseys. That one included. Still don't know if I'm the biggest fan of that particular reverse retro. I don't know. The original version's not bad. The funny thing is, I don't know if the original version's in the game. You know, the jersey that one was originally based off of. I can't remember. God. Sorry, every time I see that jersey, it's incredible. I can. Let's go through the jerseys that Tuki owns. That's one of them, and it's amazing. Yeah, see, they actually don't have the jersey that their reverse retro is based off of, the original gradient, which is very surprising to me. Vegas, another team where thankfully there won't be that many jerseys to scroll through. Their alternate jerseys to me are absolutely abysmal. So bad. Washington, good old Ovi. All smiles. Thinking back to swimming in pools. Or should I say fountains? God, their reverse retro is so good, too. So this is almost a reminder of like, hey, I don't have that jersey. I wish I had that jersey. That's pretty much all this is. But, yeah, the Caps have had some fantastic jerseys as well. And, of course, the final team, the Winnipeg Jets. With some fantastic jerseys. Don't know how I feel about the reverse retro. Or that alternate. But they have had some great jerseys. Kyle Conor does have an X factor, at least. He gets some respect as a fantastic player. So there you go. Those are the NHL jerseys. Of course, the All-Stars, it's the same. You know, of course it's the same. It's what they're going to be. Although I do suppose, right, the idea of like, oh, are there super old ones? No, there's not. So that's a shame. The AHL, we start off with the Abbotsford Canucks. Well, Johnny Canuck is back. I still don't know how I feel about those particular jerseys. I like that one. I don't know. The home jersey it's a bit basic. Bakersfield, though, have always had, I mean, again, it's Oilers colors, but I do like Bakersfield jerseys quite a bit. Except the blue on the helmet doesn't match the blue from the rest of the jersey. And that's a bad look. Belleville. Good old Belleville. Again, don't know what's up with some of the helmet colors in the AHL. It's like an off-white colored helmet. With the rest, it just doesn't make sense. And then we get another new team, of course, the renamed Bridgeport Sound Tigers, now the Bridgeport Islanders. Yuck. So sorry to any Bridgeport fans, but you're well aware. Charlotte Checkers, of course. Pretty straightforward. The Chicago Wolves. Of course, they still have that crazy, crazy alternate. Cleveland Monsters. Still looking decent. Decent enough. The Colorado Eagles. Again, still not the biggest fan of their jerseys, if I'm being honest. They're just very EASHL. Grand Rapids. Also not the biggest fan of their jerseys. The logo's phenomenal, but Hartford Wolfpack. Pretty much the same look, of course, that the Wolfpack have had for years and years and years. Henderson, their second year in the game. Not bad. Hershey Bears. The Hershey Bears. Super old school cream color jersey. I actually like that a little bit. The Iowa Wild. It's going to be exactly what you would expect. It looks like they have mini Austin Matthews as their top player. Hello, what was that? I didn't even notice that was their new home jersey. Really? That's an interesting change. That must be brand new or a placeholder. It must be new. It's got the NHL badge on the right leg. Is that like their new jersey, but it's not been fully announced? Huh. Weird. I'll have to look that up. Laval. The Laval Rockets. Lehigh Valley Phantoms, of course. As you would suspect. The Manitoba Meese. Straightforward. Milwaukee's still one of the best logos in all of professional sports. I don't know what to make of that, but I kind of love it. I just wish the helmet was also off-white. That's honestly a really cool jersey, though. The Ontario Reign. Exactly what you would expect. No fun to be had there. Providence. Also pretty much what you would expect. But I feel like they do a little bit better job than Ontario. Sorry. Bias, I'm sure. Rochester. Sam Old Amherst jerseys. Rockford. Why are the helmets off-colored? I do like that alternate jersey. Some weird off-colored. San Diego. Their logo looked weird for a second there. San Diego. Still solid jerseys, though. The San Jose Barracuda. That lovely orange jersey. I am a big fan. Springfield, the worst team in the AHL. Move back to Portland, you cowards. Stockton Heat. Don't they have an interesting alternate? They do. It's that one. Which, honestly, I kind of like. It's just totally different. Maybe not in a good way, but I like it. Syracuse. Of course, the orange jersey, which is always good. Tejas Stars. Also not bad. Again, there's some weird helmet discoloration, it looks like. The Marlies. Simple home and away. Nothing too fancy. Tucson. With their lovely Kachina. God, it's so good. Of course, the normal home jersey. And, of course, the Utica Comets. And one change that hasn't been made, I guess for the special effects, they forgot to change the smoke color. So, hey, we'll have to pass that along. I can ignore the fact that they overlooked that. But it is pretty funny. The Devils colors for the Comets, of course, and the Wilkes-Barre Scranton's extremely buff Penguin. I do love that logo. I think that logo's awesome. Good stuff for Wilkes-Barre. So, yeah, that is the AHL, and then, of course, the ECHL. And here, you know what? I'm not going to... It's just such a pain in the ass to go back and forth. Let's just look at Seattle all the time. The Adirondack Thunder. Here are the Lightning and the Thunder. Not bad, though. The Allen Americans, they just unveiled a new alternate. Kind of like that one. It actually looks really sick. It'll be cool once that's in the game. Whoops. The Atlanta Gladiators as well. I guess, too, they haven't updated the smoke for them either. But, yeah. Some pretty interesting jerseys, of course, the big kind of Atlanta throwback vibe. I like those jerseys a lot, though. It's good stuff. The Cincy Cyclones. Pretty much the jerseys you'd expect. I like that kind of old-school inspired one. The Florida Everblades. Still some of the best jerseys in all of professional hockey. Fort Wayne. The Fort Wayne Comets. Not bad. Not bad. Solid jerseys, nothing special. Greenville. An old swamp rat. I still love that. The stick is a carrot, everybody. So good. So good. The Idaho Steelheads. Also with some decent jerseys. I don't know. I got kind of like weird Tampa era vibes from them. The Indy Fuel. Still have a pretty sweet alternate with the racing stripes. It's good stuff. And of course, one of our other new teams, the Iowa Heartlanders. I love the logo, and I love the jerseys, man. I get that for some people, it's like, they're kind of plain and really, again, kind of EASHL-like, but I like the look for the Heartlanders a lot. That's a welcome addition. The Jacksonville Iceman. Of course, they are not the only new team, though, in the ECHL. There we go. I keep saying it. Yeah, EASHL so much. I actually kind of like that. I get like Winnipeg vibes from that. It's not good, but it's so bad it's good for the Iceman. The Kalamazoo Wings. Of course, they still have that like Canucks throwback option there. KC Mavericks. Shout out to one Mr. Alex Don. I do like that jersey quite a bit. I don't know. A lot of teams are trying to pull off gray as a look. The Mavericks do it well. The orange really pops. And then, of course, the best team of them all. The Maine Mariners. Look at it. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. That's the state. My beautiful state, baby. Go Mariners. The Newfie Growlers, of course, who also, I mean, come on, the Growlers look is awesome. Even that, like, Leafs-esque kind of throwback, it's awesome. So good. Norfolk Admirals. Honestly, Norfolk's undergone some changes to their logos over the past couple years, and even though, of course, this is very Buffalo, very, very good look. The Orlando Solar Bears, still fantastic as well. I mean, come on, even though the word marks, like, I don't know how I feel about that word mark, but the rest of the jersey, I just love it. It's awesome. ECHL is killing it, man, with their logos. They really are. And the jersey looks as well. Rapid City Rush. I know it's just an R, but not bad, especially that away jersey. The Reading Royals. Mixing in a bit more orange as of late, and it's not really doing it for me, I gotta be honest. There's just too much going on. South Carolina Stingrays are very Washington Capitals based, of course. The Toledo Walleye. Do they have their alternate in here? That's not the one I was thinking of, but it's pretty good. That's not the one I was thinking of either. Man, Toledo's got a lot of jerseys, though. And then, of course, our other new team. Yeah, in the ECHL, the Three Rivers Lions. The Lions. The logo's phenomenal. The jerseys are very plain. Let's be honest. The jerseys are super uninspired and plain. But that logo is incredible. Can't hate on the logo. Tulsa Oilers, of course. Also in, God, it's probably the most hideous jersey I've still ever seen in my life. Not even so bad it's good. I can't believe someone actually has that as their logo. The Utah Grizzlies, also affectionately known as the Storm Bears, of course. I don't know what to make of that jersey, but I kind of love it. Good stuff there for Utah. The Wheeling Nailers, of course, as well. Man, ECHL is really getting up there in teams. I like it. Decent for Wheeling. Nothing too crazy. And then the Huachita Thunder, which are also very, very simplistic. And the Worcester Railers round things out. And they got some good jerseys there, too, in Worcester. So there you have the three biggest leagues, of course, in the North American side of things. We'll move over to Sweden with Brynäs. See what the Swedes have to offer this time out. And, yep, those are incredibly plain. Djurgården. The Djurgården. Pretty much, again, what you would expect them to have. I don't know if they've updated these yet. Färjestad. What do we got for the Färjestad? Again, pretty much what you would expect. Frölunda. Also, exactly what you would expect. That's an interesting take on the logo. Ah, it's their CHL jerseys. That would explain it. That was an interesting take on the logo, though. They are changing that logo, I think, next season. I think they're changing the logo, and I'm pretty sure the name as well is going. Which, you know, I'm one of those people where I'm just like, yeah, change it. It makes sense. Again, if you know the history behind that, really the only reason they have that logo is because of pop culture and Western movies from the US. It's not like there's some mythical tie to the area for them to have that. So, interesting, of course, that they're moving on from it. Leksands. Pretty much what you would expect. Linköping. What do we got here? Straightforward for them. Luleå. What we got for you? Also pretty much what you would expect. Not bad, though. Malmo. The Malmo. Woo! Interesting. Kind of like the colors, though. You don't see red and blue like that too often. I like that. Urubo. What do we got for you? Not bad. Kind of like that black version of the jersey. Harogel. What do we got for you as well? Pretty much what you would expect from them at this stage. And Skellefteå. Also kind of what you would expect. Not bad, though. Not bad at all. Timrå. I think it is. It might be Timrå. I think it's Timrå still. Not bad. Very, very bland. Very basic. And the Varsho Lakers. Sorry, don't remember the exact way to say that city properly. I used to remember. Again, I do a lot of commentating for Swedes and Finns. HPK. What do we got for you? Again, pretty straightforward. I don't know, actually. These might be the exact jerseys from last year. Of course, as they update jerseys throughout the year, I'll put out videos to showcase, like, hey, these jerseys are in the game now. Check them out. Yeah, normally does a pretty good job of adding the updated jerseys throughout the year. Like I said, I mean, we'll get the Winter Classic jerseys in at some point as well. As, yeah, most of these seem to be the same. The Pelicans. I do like that alternate. It's very simple, but not bad. Saipa. What we got for you? Those are interesting. I'm going to go with interesting. Eucharits. Not bad. White helmet for both. Carpats. Alternate. I like it. I like it a lot. I like that logo more than the shorter version. And then Asat. I like that alternate quite a bit too. There's some decent ones. There was always back in the day hidden gems amongst the European leagues for honestly some fantastic jerseys. And then Ilves. Shout out to one Mr. Mokio on Twitch. Big Ilves fan, and I mean, you can see why. Jerseys are fantastic. Tampere as well. What's the alternate looking like? Not bad. Not bad at all. TPS. The old Turku. Also not looking too bad. And Vassen. Just way too bland. Good logo, way too bland. The DEL. Good old Germany. Oh, baby. And Germany was always probably the best league. Here are the jerseys people are afraid that the NHL will eventually have in terms of advertisements. That won't happen. But, whew. Let's see, the Panther here. What do we got? God, some of these, man. Again, I understand people's concerns, but of course, the Extraliga. Ooh, the Steelers. Okay, so there is that change there as well. Their first appearance, I do believe. They weren't in last year. Shout out to the McDonald's sponsorship. Not bad. Dusseldorf. Again, this isn't going to happen at the NHL level. Again, the Extraliga has... obviously, it's night and day, the funding that they have. But you notice a team like Red Bull who don't have to slap all of the logos and sponsorships on because obviously Red Bull has more money. Whereas Berlin has some of the worst ads I've ever seen. The vertical green along the shin bone advertisement. Woof. Ingolstadt. Interesting, kind of like, not checkerboard pattern. That's an interesting home jersey. The Penguins. The beautiful Penguins. They had some cool jerseys back when Chris Rumble was playing there. They've downgraded a bit since. Wolfsburg. The big old Volkswagen sponsorship. But again, they're doing okay because that's basically the primary ad. Good old Iserlohn, the former home, of course, of one Mr. Chris Rumble. And yeah, the jerseys have gotten, they're not bad, but they've gotten worse since he left. And Cologne. Ooh. Ooh, you know, I think they're bad in a good way. There's something about those that I don't mind. Especially that one. Take away all the shitload of ads off of it. Although the red helmet on the black jersey was a bit weird. And then, of course, the other Penguins, which their new logo's fantastic. The jerseys need some work. Of course, the Nuremberg Ice Tigers. Pretty bland. The Wild Wings. Nice Orca sponsorship. Kind of mad jersey. And then the Straubing Tigers have one of the best logos in the game. It's tremendous. But as you can tell, yeah, they don't have the updated logos yet because that is the new Straubing logo. The old Straubing logo is there. So again, for anybody who's a fan of any DEL teams, SHL, Liga, the changes will come eventually. We go to the Czech Extra Liga, Liberec. So I'm going to take a sip of my beverage because it's been over half an hour at this point. Hey, if you're still here, though, congratulations. Or if you've skipped around to your favorite league, hey, good call. As, God, I still love that logo as well. It's very simple, but Boleslav, not bad. These are also pretty straightforward. Pardubice. The lovely horse logo. Of course, they've changed it. It's a downgrade. That's a Philadelphia Dyers. I don't know. Carlo Vivari has also changed the logo somewhat recently. I think this is the second year of that particular, or not. It's actually the first year of that particular logo. Maybe I've just seen a lot of it. A lot of logo changes. The European scene as of late. Well, I mean, hey, the AHL and ECHL had their fair share of changes as well. Trinic. Not bad. At least those CHL jerseys. Those are jerseys, all right. Skoda. Which, of course, is a car brand. Delightful. Sparta Praha. Which, we won't talk about the controversy on the soccer side of things, the football, but woof. Vitkovic. Those are jerseys, all right. Litvinov. We got for you. Yeah, not bad. I swear to God, I thought it said Butterfinger for their advertisement. Weird smoke color as well for Mountfield, but they do have that blue on the jersey. Zlin and the Rams. See, that's how, like, the St. Louis Rams should have just bought their logo. Would have been better. And then, of course, the return. Kladno. With, of course, Jaromir Jagr. There is Thomas Plekanec as the highest rated player on the team. But yes, indeed, Jaromir Jagr. Kicking around still. We go over to Switzerland with Bilbene. Let's see what we got. Those are hockey jerseys, all right. Zug as well. They've had some hits and misses over the years, and Freiburg is often terrible for the reason of the away jersey. That home jersey, sometimes they're very interesting, and that's the best way to describe that jersey. Svet, what do we got here? Pretty straightforward, but not bad. And then, of course, a new club whose name is, like, very French, and I can't pronounce it properly. Hello, look at this. I mean, the away jersey's interesting. The black stripe kind of ruins it. They got pink on the collar. What's going on over in Switzerland? I don't know, but that logo is pretty sweet. Umbri, what do we got for you? I feel like this club always kind of has boring jerseys, and yep, they do. HC Davos. The Davis. Not bad. Lugano. We got for old Lugano. Pretty much what you would expect from them over the years. Some really bland jerseys. Lausanne. What do we got for you? Some okay ones. It's not the worst in the world. The Lakers. City Skyline. It's not bad. SC Bern. Feel the burn. But God, their logos are just jerseys are trash. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to any fans of the team, but woof. And then the CSC Lions. Former home, of course, of Austin Matthews. Which any actual fan of the team is going to be pissed because that's all that most North Americans know them for. Austria. Black Wings Linz. Oh, God. Those jerseys are still very, very interesting. The Bulldogs, who I feel like, yeah, they have slightly changed that logo again. I feel like. VSV, who have also changed the logo. And I mean, God, right in the main sponsorship was an advertisement now. Which is interesting. Red Bull Salzburg. Boy, I wonder if it's going to look like a Red Bull jersey. It does! What a surprise. EC Catch. Catch. Yeah, pretty much what you'd expect from them. Oh boy. Oh, good. Sponsored by Tesla Smart Home. Cool. And then another change here as well with HC Booster Wolf. That is an interesting logo. An interesting set of jerseys. You could have tried a little bit harder. Just a little bit harder. That's the one thing I get. Some teams have tried too hard. Some teams have not tried hard enough. Oh, God, the green buckets. Ugh. And then, again, another change over here. Okay. I don't know if the L's are silent, but it could be Ljubljana. Ljubljana. It's interesting, though. Very interesting jerseys, very interesting logos. And then Fehervar AB19. Also looking rather interesting. Bratislava Capitals with the change, and again, the sponsorship right in the logo. Yeah, pretty uninspired. And then Graz, the 99ers. Their typical look. The Vienna Capitals also have that sponsorship right in the name. That's it for the Austrian League. The CHL, in terms of any other teams that weren't there, the Cardiff Devils are still in the game, which is very nice. And from there, I think we have at least one more club. Yes, Frisk Asker, who have also slightly changed the logo. It looks more intimidating in my opinion. Donetsk is also in. Yeah. Well, you can't really talk about the Ukrainian again, it's it's the team that Jalen Semerick was on. Oh, what a time for them to be in the game. Lugano, Trenek, Slovan Bratislava also in the game. I like their logo a lot. Their jerseys aren't that bad either. Sparta Praha, of course. IFK is there. Was IFK... Did IFK get demoted, or did I just like completely overlook the fact that we looked at them? There's this team as well. I have no idea where the hell they're from. I'm guessing Austria, judging by the collar. Zern, Lexans, Rogel, Raman, Luko, who I think we looked at. Yeah. The French club, the Rouen Dragons, still in the game as well. And then this awesome logo aside, like imagine you could just cut out the sponsorship, but the logo is tremendous if it was just the top half. Another new team as well. I actually have no idea. I imagine they're Norwegian with the, yeah, there you go. They are a Norwegian club. Or is it, yeah. Oh, Denmark? Norway. Losing my mind. Almost caught me off guard with the flag there. So yeah, there are some of the teams that are in the CHL. The Spengler Cup as well. There is Team Canada with an awesome Team Canada logo. The jerseys are quite tragic, though, if we're being honest. We got to the Allsvenskan with one AIK. The Almtuna. Not Bumblebee. Karlskoga. Also still kicking around. The Vita Hasten. The Vita Hasten. HV71. Pretty much what you'd expect. A slight change to their logo as well. Björklöven. Good old Björklöven. Troja. What do we got for the Troja? It's a horse, you see, because the Troja. Yeah, Christian Stads. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Murder. It's the Modo. Looking okay. Mora IK. Yeah, not too many changes in these particular leagues. Sotertalj. The Talja. It's an S. I still don't dare try to pronounce this team's proper name. Or where they're from. No, thank you. I've made a fool of, a fool enough of myself already with the pronunciations. Again, same kind of jersey there. In terms of international, I don't believe we've seen any changes all that much. At least Austria does have, at least the proper logo and everything. We will take a look, though. Belarus still, same old generic Belarus. Hockey Canada, the logo still in. And the Nike jerseys still in effect. Some good stuff there. Czech Republic. Whoops. And Denmark as well. Again, not that difficult to tell the non-copyrighted from the copywritten. Finland, though, at least they have something. France. Same old non-licensed jerseys. Germany, also non-licensed, unfortunately. Great Britain. I swear to God, it's been the same jersey since NHL 05 for them. And for Italy, for that matter. Team Japan as well. Be nice if they could get the IIHF license for some of these jerseys, some of these teams. Not to mention some of the newer nations, right? Like, it'd be cool to see, like, okay, hey, the Olympics are in China next February. Hello, Matt Zuccarello, by the way. How cool would it be to have the Chinese team in, Pretty nice. But yeah, for the most part, not too much there in terms of copyrighted spots. No Russian, no Slovakian, Sweden, same thing. All just non-licensed jerseys. Switzerland looks good, though. They do have their license in. The Ukraine, non-licensed for them. And then the United States, same non-licensed jerseys we've been accustomed to. Then we get to the OHL with the Barrie Colts, who have what you would expect. The Erie Otters, who have an interesting kind of grayish, off-whitish. I like that jersey. I can't explain why. Flint Firebirds. Pretty much what you'd expect from Flint over the past few years. The Guelph Storm. As well, pretty much what you would expect. Hamilton Bulldogs. Of course, Guelph had that slight change in their logo. I gotta be honest, something about that jersey that I like too. Just the Bulldog logo honestly makes me laugh. It's awesome. Oh, the Kingston Frontenacs. Decent jerseys for Kingston, nothing too crazy. Kitchener. I always thought it was weird Kitchener had the OHL right in their logo, The London Knights. Still have some pretty damn good jerseys there in London. Mississauga. Again, pretty much what you would expect. The Niagara Ice Dogs. Still like their look. I like that Carolina Hurricanes-esque alternate there, too. The North Bay Battalion will forever be infamous on this channel for my Borks Battalion series. Don't like how the A goes right over the CCM. I don't know if that's an EA mistake or if that's what it actually is, but it doesn't look good. The Jennies. The Ottawa 67s. Pretty much what you'd expect from them. Owen Sound. Again, pretty much what you'd expect from them as well. Peterborough. Peterborough. The Saginaw Spirits. The Sarnia Sting. Decent alternate. A lot of similar alternates. Like, a lot of teams have something similar to that. The Sioux. Lovely Greyhound. Red Wings-esque, of course. Sudbury. I'm still surprised they haven't changed their logo to get rid of the blood marks. You know? Like, for me, I'm not someone who's like, they shouldn't have the blood marks. You know, as you can tell, like, I'm someone who's kind of in favor of, like, okay, the Frölunda Indians, you can move on from that. The Prince Albert Raiders and the jersey that they tried to bring in, yeah, let's leave that stuff in the past. In terms of, like, you know, Sudbury having the blood, I'm not offended by that. I'm fine with it. I don't think they should change it. I'm shocked people haven't raised a fuss about trying to change that, though. You know, with it being overly violent. I would expect that logo to change within the next 5 to 10 years. To be my guess, as we are, of course, on to the Q. Ooh, the stars. Look at the stars on the knees. Beautiful. Cape Breton. They're not screaming anymore, except that they wear that jersey. Charlottetown. The Charlatan. I do like their logo and jerseys quite a bit. Chicoutimi. The Sags. Just like it says Sags. Drummondville Voltigeurs. Just makes me think of my good friend, one Awaba Plays on Twitch. Always use that logo in Hut. And get to know Halifax. Again, what you would expect for Halifax. Moncton. Kind of like that alternate, too. Moncton has some good jerseys. That's right, I said it. The Quebec Ramparts. Not bad. Rimouski. Not bad either, of course. The Huskies. Oh, not bad still for the Huskies. The St. John Sea Dogs. I do love that alternate. Like, it looks so vicious. Shawinigan. This one's for all the young ladies from Shawinigan out there. Interesting jerseys. Sherbrooke Phoenix, formerly, of course, the Lewiston Maniacs. I miss them all the time. I wouldn't miss having to go to Lewiston to watch games, though. That is not a fun city. The Victoriaville Tigres, Memorial Cup champions, and that's it. Nothing else could possibly be going on with that team. The W, Brandon Wheat Kings, who have wheat on their jersey. I do like that a lot. I love the way that logo looks. Honestly, the Wheat Kings have some sweet jerseys this year. The Calgary Hitmen, with the greatest jersey of all time, for the best wrestler of all time, Bret the Hitman Hart. Why they don't use that as their full-time jersey, I have no idea or look. The Edmonton Oil Kings. Not bad, but not much to it. Everett. I like Everett's look. The logo changed as well over the past little bit. Kamloops. Well, it's Kamloops. It's just that's what Kamloops looks like now and forever. Kelowna. With the doof dragon, as I call it. It's one of the silliest logos in sports. He looks like he belongs on a box of cereal. Come on now. The Lethbridge Hurricanes. You know, I like their look and their logo, but their logo makes me think of like an energy company or an oil company. Medicine Hat Tigers. Very formal and traditional. The Warriors. Honestly, I love the Moose logo. I love the Moose logo for Moose Jaw. Obviously very Manitoba Moose-like, but still. Of course, now this year as well, the big changeover for the Portland Winterhawks. I think they knocked it out of the park with that logo. I like the jerseys too. Again, still very Chicago-like. It's a 10 out of 10 rebrand for me with the Portland Winterhawks. Prince Albert, again, kind of glad we won't be seeing that throwback jersey they tried to propose. The Prince George Cougars. The Cougs! Not bad. Red Deer. Who's the best player to come out of Red Deer since Nuge? Because I swear, like, whenever I think of the Red Deer Rebels, it's always Nugent Hopkins. And I'm sure right now I'm missing somebody. I am missing somebody great who's played for Red Deer since. And people are going to yell at me. But I'm sorry, it's not coming to mind. I'm a horrible person. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to double check this. I'm going to have to double check this before people yell at me. I don't even know. Shout out to Saskatoon, though. The yellow on that alternate jersey is a bit weird. The Seattle Thunderbirds. Do always love Seattle's look. Spokane Chiefs. Of course, exactly what you'd expect. I don't know why the helmet isn't blue for the alternate. It's just very dumb, in my opinion. Swift Current Broncos. That guy's very smiley. Good alternate jersey. Tri-City Amerks. Do love that alternate jersey, and that one too is fantastic. Good logos, good jersey for Tri-City. The Vancouver Giants. Fantastic alternate. It's so good. It's so good. It looks prestigious. Victoria Royals. Still decent. Even though that team, I feel like, has been in the mud for a while. And then, of course, the Winnipeg Ice, who had their changeover, of course, a few seasons ago now. And, guys, that is it. I mean, the prospect and alumni teams are what you would expect in terms of the similar jersey. Shout out to Teemu Selanne and everything. Again, I will be doing a rundown of the jersey, or excuse me, of the rosters and everything. But, yeah, the jersey rundown. It's done. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon. You know the deal. It's YouTube. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Check the description. Yeah, I'll see you later.